So now it's the spring semester of my sophomore year. We're finally starting to get into the thick of things and having more illustration classes, and I'm kind of staying awake this time. I found out the hard way that Carnation's instant breakfast is the worst thing you can have to eat the first thing in the morning. Shoot, it's not even really eating, it's drinking. I was clawing the walls within an hour out of hunger. We had another anatomy class, more studying of models and props, learning the finer points of human anatomy like the muscle groups and the bones. I would later pair this knowledge with what I learned at culinary school and make a lot of people very uncomfortable putting Hannibal stickers all over everything I owned because I think I'm funny. We had to take either one math credit or one science credit for some fucking reason, and your girl has dyscalculia, so into science I went, with a very fascinating professor who may or may not have done some illegal paleontology. I can't say because it's none of my business. I don't remember why we had psychology classes offered to us, but it was a requirement we had to meet or like a credit we had to get, so like in we go, I guess. It was so educational. It was like being back in high school psychology and definitely not a repeat of everything I already knew. Easy A, loved it. One more Adobe Illustrator class, and thank God I was inches from going feral about it. I still can't tell you what I was supposed to learn during this class because when I checked the folder for it on my computer, it was inexplicably filled with photos of chickens, so clearly I was in a great headspace. One of the illustration classes was about traditional mediums and how to use them, so oils, watercolors, acrylics, all that kind of good stuff. Definitely worth the money. I definitely would not have to teach myself how to use these materials all over again outside of class via YouTube University. Second illustration class, I'm not entirely sure what we were supposed to be learning, to be perfectly honest. I have a million randomly named files in my folder, a very shitty drawing of a tree eating people, and a drawing of a pine cone. The final illustration class for the sophomore year, we were learning about illustrators from like the 1900s and kind of like moving forward. We also did beer labels for some guy that came in for like a microbrewery type job or something. We didn't get paid for it. Mine turned out awful. I was experimenting stylistically and it did not pay off. We had to draw an illustrator we admired as well, and mine was holding a chicken because she's got a lot of art with chickens and she owns chickens. And once again, I disappointed that same professor who had a bone to pick with me apparently. Was like, dog, why the fuck does the chicken look so good but your human doesn't? It did not occur to this man that maybe I'm just bad at drawing people.